This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Don't force us to hurt you. We don't want to kill our own. Please just let us purge.
Why don't you guys kill someone too?
I just feel like I had to let you know that halfway through this filming, as me being the most clumsiest person in the world, I did drop my spirit gum, and at first it was here, and now it's here. And my entire floor is really sticky, so I had to waste like probably half a bottle of like spirit gum remover just to clean up my floor. I already masked out my eyebrows using the Maren Spirit Gum and the Maren Nose and Scar Wax. And to set my eyebrows, I also dusted translucent powder over it. I didn't really show you how I masked out my eyebrows in this tutorial because I was thinking of making another video where I can always refer to, and that's just generally gonna make things a lot easier for me. Here, I'm just laying on lots and lots of foundation that is a shade darker than my natural skin tone. There is absolutely nothing as cakey face in this tutorial. And then I'm just gonna set my face with the same translucent powder I used earlier. I have pretty thick eyebrows, so I'm gonna try to conceal it as much as possible. So this is why I'm gonna go in with a concealer to try to conceal my eyebrows once again. Now, because my eye sockets are kind of shallow, it's kind of very difficult for me to just simply outline the eye hole of the mask. So this is why I'm gonna be using a brown eyeshadow to kind of follow the curves on my eye socket. Once I'm happy with the shading, I'm just gonna outline the general shape of it with brown gel eyeliner. And then I'm just deepening the look of the eye hole using black pencil eyeliner very lightly to kind of shades the inner corners of the eye hole and a little bit on the outside. Just think of it this way, parts where your face would probably be deeper would require darker shading. So in this case, the nose lifts up that part of the eye hole away from my face the most, and my brow bone would probably lift the mask out of my eye hole a little bit more as well, and that is why there's a darker shading around that area. I blended out and blackened the darker areas with pigmented black eyeshadow. To make the outline of the eye hole sharper, I went around the outline with a brush and a concealer. Now for the teeth, make sure that your lips are kind of dry before applying white face paint to the entire bottom of your lip. Now for the mask's lips, I'm gonna go in with a lip liner. Now for the top of my lips, I'm just gonna kind of follow the natural shape of my lips. I'm gonna try to have it curve up a little bit so that it looks kind of like it's smiling. Always have a reference photo as you're doing this. And for the bottom lips, I'm just gonna draw a completely new bottom lip to my face. Now in the picture, the mask has a little bit of a thicker bottom lip, so I'm adding a little bit more meat to the bottom of my lip. And to make this new lip so far look a little bit less drawn on, I'm just using brown eyeshadow to shade around the outlines of my lips and give the bottom lips a little bit of a highlight using concealer. To give my drawn on lips a little bit more of a dimension, I'm using bronzer to shade a little bit below the fake lip. And also to give my teeth some teeth so they wouldn't look like just a block of white, I use my brown gel eyeliner on an angled brush and start making lines up towards the inner of my mouth. I find it easier that way. Now to the fun part, more shading, this time on the face. I find this a little bit more difficult to try to explain what I'm doing. It's kind of easier to watch it. So all I can say right now is once again, follow the reference photo. Basically what I'm trying to do here is using a bronzer that is a shade that leans a little bit more towards the red side rather than a yellowy side. Just to generally create this like smiley looking folds on my face. So basically like very exaggerated nasolabial folds, this wrinkly thingy on the side of my face. And also shade a lot on the inner corners of your nose. Oh, and also don't forget like the rim where your hair meets with your face. That's generally where like the silicone mask in the film ends on their face, so you need a lot of shading around that area just to completely differentiate your face from the roots of your hair, almost as if you have a mask on your face. That's the effect we're going for. As you can tell from watching me do this, I keep on adding more and more bronzer as I go because there's no way you can go too dark on this face because it's basically a mask. The general rule here is that the darker the center of your shading is, the deeper the dimension is. So this is why I added more brown eyeshadows to the shaded curve of my nasolabial folds and a few other folds I have on my face. I also added some highlights to the top of my cheeks, using lighter colored concealer. Do not worry if you apply too much highlight, you can always go back in with the shading again. I also gave my mask a little bit of a rosy cheeks with some blush. Now for the final step, I use brow gel eyeliner to draw on a pretty thin eyebrow. I wouldn't say the eyebrows are that pointy, just kind of curved in a parallel formation with the eye hole. Now just let your hair loose and you're ready for the purge.